Guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing this all-new 2022 Ford Explorer ST.
And a huge thanks to Zach and the rest of the management and staff here at Ford of Port Richey for making this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car or truck in the Port Richey, Tampa, Clearwater area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out, and ask for Zach.
And for those of you guys who don't know, back in 1991, Ford replaced the two-door Bronco with their very first four-door SUV, the Ford Explorer, and for 4 generations and 20 years, it sat on a body-on-frame platform and a rear-wheel drive base. Fast forward to 2011, Ford completely changed everything up with the 5th generation unibody front-wheel drive platform Explorer, and when it came to sales, it did very well, especially for the XLT trim level. However, once you got up to the Sport and the Platinum trims, my dad actually owned a 2018 Ford Explorer Platinum, tuned Platinum, and it made quite a bit of power. However, you can really feel that front-wheel drive platform starting to get very dated, especially with that 6-speed automatic transmission. Fast forward to 2020, Ford updated and released the 6th generation Explorer sitting on a all-new rear-wheel drive, lighter platform, and thanks to the rear-wheel drive platform and lighter weight, the Explorer not only accelerates better, it also has much better handling for the 6th generation. For 2022, starting with a base price of $35,510, base engine being a 2.3 turbo, making 300 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. Very respectable numbers for a $35,000 base price. The base Explorer comes equipped with Ford Co-Pilot 360, Ford Pass Connect, a Sync 3 system with an 8-inch touchscreen, and base 18-inch rims. You can upgrade a couple $1,000 to the XLT, which starts at $38,570. With the XLT, you now get 4-door smart access, 2nd-row captain's chairs, a 6.5-inch LCD digital instrument cluster, heated outside mirrors, and a 4-way power passenger seat, as well as, of course, a power driver's seat. You upgrade an additional $6,000 to the ST line, which starts at $45,750. You still keep the 2.3-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, but you now get 20-inch rims that you see here on the ST. 360-degree camera, Ford Co-Pilot 360 with Assist Plus, ActiveX seats with red stitching, Bang & Olufsen sound system, and a flat-bottom steering wheel that we also have here for the ST. You can upgrade an additional couple $1,000 to the Limited, and that's basically a fully loaded Ford Explorer. It's just you keep the 2.3-liter turbo. That comes with a Bang & Olufsen sound system, heated and ventilated front and rear seats, 360 split view camera, and a foot-activated liftgate, so you don't even need to use your hands. Another $1,000 gets you the Timberline trim, which basically includes everything out of the Limited, but it's more off-road oriented. You get off-road front struts and rear shocks. The Platinum and King Ranch are the top-of-the-line Explorers. They're the top-of-the-line when it comes to luxury goodies, but they don't make quite as much power as the ST. We get the same engine, the 3-liter twin-turbo EcoBoost. However, it's detuned to 365 horsepower and 380 pound-feet of torque. You can still expect 0 to 60 between like 5.6 to 5.8 seconds, which is still very quick for a mid-size 3-row SUV, but they're more expensive than the ST. The ST gets basically everything you would get out of the ST line, plus a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster and a 3-liter twin-turbo V6, and in this application, cranking out 400 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque, enough to get this car to 60 around 5 seconds and a top speed of 143 miles per hour. And unlike the previous 5th generation Explorer, you can actually put all that power down off the line and expect good handling. With a base price at $49,260, $50,510 for the all-wheel drive that you see here. What do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So up front, pretty basic styling. We do get quite a bit of plastic for the exterior, but the lighting is impressive. We get full LEDs for the high and low beam LED daytime running strip, which we can check out once we start this car up. ST badge in the lower right corner, Ford emblem up front. As far as the forward-facing camera, we don't get one, unfortunately. We also don't get front parking sensing. Both would be kind of expected for an SUV starting at $50,000, but it's really all about performance, and there's really not many options on this vehicle at all. LED fog lights too. You can get a good look at that front grille, which is all blacked out, Explorer badging right up top. But as far as the wheel and tire setup, again, we get these 20-inch black and silver contrasted rims wrapped in 255/55 R20 Michelin Primacy all-season tires. So pretty thick for the sidewall. 55 series sidewall should really help when it comes to ride quality, but for performance, I would expect like 40-45 series sidewalls for the ST. Still not a big deal though. Continuing along, you can see the Explorer etch in the side skirt area. We also get some gloss black right above it, blacked out mirrors which are folding, As far as the glass, we can check it out. We get blind spot monitoring on the glass, and they are of course heated. Smart access for all 4 doors, blacked out B-pillar, no shiny chrome at all for the side profile, but we do get quite a bit of plastic cladding, which should help when it comes to like off-roading and stuff. Same rear wheel and tire setup, push to open gas cap. We can check that out right here. We get easy fill, and I would recommend premium fuel, of course, for this twin turbo V6. LED taillights, turn signals, and reverse lights are not LED. Shout out Ford of Port Richey for making this review possible. Blacked out Explorer out rear, Ford badge, the rear wiper. I would like for them to integrate it better with the spoiler, but really not a big deal. You see your third brake light on the spoiler, ST badge in the corner. Trailer hitch, this SUV is rated to tow 5,600 pounds, quad exhaust tips, rear parking sensing. But speaking of the exhaust tips, let's fire up this 3-liter twin turbo EcoBoost V6 and hear how she sounds. All right guys, that was the sound of the 3-liter twin turbo EcoBoost sold by Ford for the 2022 Explorer ST. It doesn't really sound like a whole lot, wouldn't really be expected with a twin turbocharged V6 engine, but the 3.5-liter V6 from the 5th generation I feel like has a little bit more grunt. This engine though makes more power at 400 horsepower, 415 pound-feet of torque, enough to get this lighter weight 6th generation Explorer ST, which weighs in around 4,750 pounds with all-wheel drive to 60 in the low 5-second range, which is really quick. We got the aluminum strut tower brace connecting your 2 strut towers. One huge minus that I have though is for a $50,000 SUV, we're still using a prop rod. Come on Ford, give us some $50 hydraulic struts for an SUV in this price point. But we can figure out this prop rod real quick. Hopefully I can do it without letting go of the camera. Looks like I messed that up already, but all right. The hood is also extremely light. We can drop it right there, take one more step back, get a good look at the front styling. I'll start this car up real quick so you guys can get a good idea of the lights. I'll actually show you guys the process. I don't see why not. You can see this 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster come straight to life. So as we step inside, we see this nice graphic and an ST on the instrument. Well, not the instrument, the touchscreen that says Ford Performance on it. Engine start stop, brake pedal, and watch everything fire right to life. Pretty cool. And we'll hop right outside. You guys can get a good look at the light pattern. Hopefully you guys can pick up the daytime running strips. They're very subtle up top. You can easily see those fog lights though. The headlamps, they're not on right now because it's still broad daylight, but pretty nice light pattern. Pretty basic front end styling. I wish we didn't have so much plastic, but this car is all about the performance. Taking a step inside, again, smart access for all 4 doors up top, soft touch. We get some leather stitch trim for the center, very gushy soft. Thumbs up for that. Auto one touch for all 4. Power folding mirrors, 4-way adjustable. We get 2 speakers on the door panel. Lower portions hard plastic, but we get massive storage. You can stack up 2 footlongs right next to each other, and you can fit a 12-ounce square cup right next to it. Stepping inside, Ford Performance nameplate. The seats, I'm really liking them. We get this microfiber inserts, very soft. The leather stitch trim with white contrast right outside of it, and ST for your upper back area. We get the lumbar control. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide. Not quite as impressive seats as you would get on the King Ranch or the Platinum or even the Limited, but that's not what this car is about. There's still very nice seats for a performance SUV. Taking a step inside, we can really check it out. As we mentioned, we get the 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster. We also get a flat bottom ST steering wheel, and this is a huge improvement compared to the 5th generation steering wheel, and the steering weight and feel is miles ahead. Again, my dad had a 2018 Platinum and we reviewed it on this channel, and it's not even close to as impressive of a vehicle as this. So ST badge right beneath the Ford horn area is hard plastic. The horn itself, very aggressive sounding horn. People should definitely be getting out of your way. Cruise control, lane keep assist, you can adjust all that over here. Volume adjustments, your mute. On the right side, you can skip your songs, answer and hang up your phone calls, voice commands, and this adjusts your infotainment cluster. Speaking of that, let's check it out. Right now we're looking at fuel economy. Not very good because this SUV spends all of its time idling and being test driven. Tire pressure, trip information, and right back to where we started. We press menu and you can see select screens, adjust between all of these off-road status, intelligent 4-wheel drive, trailer light check, audio, navigation, phone, settings and the display setup. As far as display setup, we can turn the speedometer to kilometers per hour, and we can also show our tachometer. So I'm going to click on that so we can see a nice little tach on the left side. But other than that, fuel level low. We'll throw some gas in this car at some point, but this is a screen that I'm going to leave it at. We can see the fuel economy on the right side, traffic sign recognition, and a analog or digitally analog speedometer on the left side with the digital speedo in the center. Pretty nice 12.3-inch display. We get paddle shifters. They're pretty high quality feeling plastic. The turn signals have a satisfying click, auto headlamps and high beams, and the lane keep assist can be disabled on the stock. We don't get auto rain sensing wipers, unfortunately, but the intermittent stock is right in the center. To the left of the steering wheel, we have auto headlamps and our fog lights, tailgate release, and interior brightness. You can get a good look at your pedals. We get a floor mounted accelerator pedal, fuse box, and your hood latch release right next to it. The windows, let's check to see if we get dual panes. We do get dual panes, so the interior should be very quiet on the highway. Soft touch dashboard, only an 8-inch touchscreen. I kind of wish we saw Ford's upgraded touchscreen here, but again, this is just a base Explorer ST. Really no options here outside of the moonroof and all-wheel drive. I'm liking this faux carbon trim surrounding the rest of this interior. Engine start stop button is kind of hidden away. The volume stocks have a nice satisfying click to it, a little bit of piano black, but they really did not overdo it in this SUV. Heated, no ventilated seats. I would like to see ventilated seats for a $50,000 Explorer ST. Heated steering wheel, which is an appreciated feature, especially if you're in colder climates. Nice little secret cubby, no wireless charging. I would like to see some more features on the Explorer ST. USB, USB-C, and a 12-volt. Nice, we can shut this thing up and makes everything much cleaner. The gear selector reminds me a little bit of the Ram 1500. You can check out the backup camera right here. Very high resolution. We get rear parking sensors, and nice, very impressive guidance lines and trajectory. No 360 on the ST either. Drive goes immediately into the home screen, same with park, and your manual shift controls in the center. Electronic parking brake, we get the auto hold right next to it. Auto start stop we can disable for this review. Traction control you can disable, hill descent control, and drive mode select. Drive modes include normal, eco, slippery, trail, deep snow and sand, and there has to be a sport mode with sport mode, and also tow haul mode. We'll start the review off in sport mode, transition into normal, and just see what the overall differences are. 2 cup holders with a nice little slot for your phone. This would be a good spot for a wireless charging pad if this vehicle was equipped with one. You can check out your specific ST key fob, which is pretty cool. The armrest is very gushy soft with the white contrast stitching. As far as space, pretty impressive amount of space comparable to the previous generation. You can fit 2 2-liter bottles of soda and an additional 12-volt in there as well. The glove box, you can pull this latch, it is damped and it is massive. You can fit 25, 30 license plates, probably 2 pairs of shoes easily if you're under like a size 11. Not a frameless rear view mirror, but it is auto dimming LED for the interior lights, as you guys can see. I don't see any garage home link settings, which is kind of a question mark to me. We do get sunglass holders. We can open up the shade for this massive panoramic moonroof. The opening itself is pretty small, but the rear glass area is absolutely massive. As soon as the shade opens up, we can open up the glass, and the glass goes underneath the second panel, so it's not going to be sticking out like a sore thumb, and it opens up very far, even further than the front row. We can poke our way at it here. It's a pretty beautiful day in Port Richey, Florida. It's only 86 degrees, which for this time of year in Florida is surprisingly cool. We can shut the moonroof right up. We'll leave the shade open so when we hop out back you can see how much light is brought into the cabin, but other than that, that's about it for the front seat. We can take a quick look at the window sticker, see any features that I may have missed. Again, this is the 2022 Explorer ST with 4-wheel drive, 119-foot wheelbase, 3-liter EcoBoost V6, 10-speed auto, which upgrades us from our 6-speed. You can pause, take a look at all the standard features. Optional equipment, $165 for the cargo area management system, $1,700 for the moonroof, $1,000 for the Ford Copilot 360 Assist Plus, $50 for the rear auxiliary controls credit because it doesn't come equipped with them, unfortunately, and a base price of $50,510, $2,800 in total options, $1,500 destination and delivery charge totals us out a tick under $55,000. Fuel economy is solid. We get 20 mpgs. It's always nice to see 3-row SUVs reach that 20 number, especially when they're this good when it comes to performance. 18 city, 24 on the highway. We can put this thing away. That's about it for the front seat. We can hop out back. see how much space is offered back there, as well as the overall quality of the materials. We get smart access out rear too. Up top, we get soft touch. Middle portion is gushy soft. Same with the armrest. Auto one touch out rear. The door keeps trying to close on me. We get a sunshade too. That's nice if you have kids. 2 speakers on the door panel, square cup holder, and very solid storage beneath. This isn't storage, just a grab handle. Stepping inside, no nameplate, but we do have a nice little foot spot for the second row and even the third row, which is convenient for anybody, honestly. You don't even have to be a smaller passenger. It's convenient for literally anyone. The seats are very similar to up front, just not as well bolstered. We still get that very soft microfiber or Alcantara trim for the center. That's a large armrest too, but as far as space, I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall, sitting behind my seat settings, and I honestly might be moving that front seat up because I'm reclined very heavily, and I still have at least 5-6 inches of legroom. This is more spacious than the 5th generation Explorer. Mat pockets behind both of the front passengers. You might be wondering where are the air vents. I don't see any air vents, and we should be getting controls back here, but they're not equipped because of the chip shortage. We still get air vents blowing directly into our face. They're just unfortunately controlled through up front. Air vents for the third row too, we'll check that out in 1 second. Back here we get USB, USB-C, and a 12 volt as soon as we can figure it out. Pop this thing open and you can expose your cup holders. They can fit probably 12 ounces, and they have this stretchy stuff which allows you to actually fit your cup holders, because I've never seen a cup shaped like that. The armrests, as you mentioned, are pretty large. They can easily fit a full-size arm. Ton of light bar into the cabin thanks to this massive twin panel moonroof. Interior lighting, LED out rear as well. That's about it though for the second row seat. Let's check out the third row real quick. Check out the cargo space and then take this car out for a drive. So the seats slide forward pretty well. You can put your foot on this foot pad. Take a step back here, pretty easy. Comparable actually to the Hyundai Palisade, which I didn't expect to say because, as we mentioned, my dad had a 2018 Explorer Platinum and it did not have this much third row space. Ford absolutely killed it with the 6th generation Explorer, in my opinion. Air vents blown directly into your face, LED, third row interior light. We get cup holders. The armrest is just hard plastic, to be expected with a vehicle in this price range. But overall, I'm impressed. The only thing I don't like, we don't get any USB ports back here, but I'm still impressed that we have air vents. That's about it. To hop out of here, you just pull the slash, push the seat forward, taking a step out. Yeah, surprisingly easy for a 3-row mid-size SUV. The Volvo XC90 is a million times trickier than that. As far as cargo space, we can hop back here, press this button, and for some reason it doesn't like to open for me. I'm not sure if it's activated by the dealership. We can try the slide function. Also doesn't work because the key isn't in our pockets. You've got to be kidding me. But we'll figure it out. Press this button right outside. Cool, trunk opens right up. And pretty decent space. It's comparable to the rest of the mid-size 3-row SUV segment. Decent amount of space with the third rows up. If you want some additional space, you can take off this little cargo tray and have an additional couple cubic feet of storage down below. But other than that, we can fold these rear or third row seats down. Pretty simply, just pull this latch. It's not a power folding third row, but as long as it folds, I guess, what more could you ask for? Very large amount of space. You fold the second row seats down, I'd expect you to fit up to a 75, 80-inch TV with no issues. We can close this tailgate right up, press the button, take a step back, walk around this 2022 Explorer ST one more time. It's a nice SUV, kind of bland looking from the exterior. The interior is nice though, and the performance should be very impressive. But speaking of performance, let's take this 2022 Explorer ST out for a drive. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of this all-new 2022 Ford Explorer ST. Let's take it out for a drive. And we're gonna start it off in sport mode as soon as we can figure out where it is. I don't know why it's so tricky. There we go, sport mode. So we're gonna start off at, I'll move the window sticker out of the way. The throttle feels very sensitive. Even in normal mode, the throttle felt sensitive. The ride quality feels good. The brakes feel nice and touchy. And the steering feels excellent compared to the previous generation. Yeah, in sport mode, we get some very touchy throttle. Taking a step out here, it looks like we could try out an acceleration off the line. I'll give this guy in front of us a little bit of space off the line, and let's go. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is significantly quicker than the outgoing version. The gear ratios are also much shorter. Nice. And in sport mode, you get a nicer exhaust note too. I don't believe it's an active system. Nice. Steering feels good. This thing is quick. Those are some aggressive downshifts too. I was not expecting this thing to be so alive. Like, again, my dad had the 2018 Platinum. It felt nothing like this. As far as like turning radius, pretty good. Yeah, and off the line there, we didn't even have the slightest chirp in the tires. And compared to like the 2018 Platinum, again, that was just not the case. It was spinning in first gear. Sometimes it would even spin in second gear. Wow. And taking a step out here, looks like there's a lady with her kid in a stroller. Not ideal for any accelerations, but we'll go right in front of her. Okay, looks like a better spot to try out one more off the line acceleration right here. On the brakes, on the gas. Let's go. Oh yeah. Nice. Handling is good. Yeah, we don't have to push it a whole lot farther than that. You look down, you're going a lot quicker than you think you are. It's a quick SUV. I think this guy's gonna get in front of us. So might as well try one more acceleration off the line. This time, just in regular automatic normal mode, like for daily driving. Okay, normal mode, just rolling start. We're not gonna brake boost, just on the gas, boost. Oh, wow. This is a quick car, guys. Not bad at all. I can only imagine what this thing would feel like with a tune. We drove the BMW X5, the 2022 BMW X5 40i with the B58 3-liter turbocharged, twin scroll turbocharged engine, and it was a quick SUV. I think both SUVs are just as quick. And the X5, the base X5 starts at around $60,000. If you want a well-equipped X5, it'll cost you closer to like the $70,000, $75,000, maybe even $80,000 range. This SUV starts at $50,000 with all-wheel drive. Again, the $60,000 X5 is just a two-wheel drive. So you're getting so much for the money here, guys, and you're gonna keep up with the X5s with no doubt. Again, brakes feel good. In normal mode, the steering wheel feels excellent in your hands. I'm impressed with what Ford has done. If you're looking for a like high performance SUV and you don't want to spend more than 50, 55,000 bucks, this is an excellent way to go. One more time on the gas. Oh yeah, we catch up to traffic very quickly. We don't have to push it a whole lot farther than that. But all in all, if you're looking for a high performance, or if you're just looking for a 3-row SUV, you prioritize performance more than luxury, but you still want nice materials, a nice sound system, all the tech you could possibly want or need, go with the Explorer ST. You're going to be paying less than you would for a like Hyundai Palisade Calligraphy. You have just as much overall space. Obviously, the overall materials and tech aren't going to quite be there, but you're doing 0 to 60 two full seconds quicker than a vehicle like that. So if you prioritize performance more than you would necessarily prioritize luxury, I would 100% recommend checking out the 2022 Ford Explorer ST. Looks like somebody took our parking spot. We're gonna have to find somewhere else, but I guess this is just a good time to wrap things up. And a huge thanks to Zach and Rico here at Ford of Port Richey for making this review possible. I'll leave links to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa, Port Richey, Clearwater area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And as for Zach, and huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you guys, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, leave a like too. It really helps me out the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment, let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you'd like to see reviewed in this channel, and I'll definitely try to get those videos for you as soon as possible. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.